Good morning and welcome to the Morning Report. My name is William Lawson. I trust that you are well this glorious day. We got a couple of things to talk about today, and you're going to want to stick around to hear the last one because it's very, very important. So just hang in there with me. The first one is, hey, we're talking about that now Kamala Harris, who's not ever collected one single vote, is now calling the vice presidential pick for Trump, JD Vance, Republican from Ohio, weird. It's like some middle school girl lunchroom crap. He's weird. We're going to explore the weirdness. And if you are Mike Johnson, if you are anybody connected with the Republican Party, if you know any conservatives who are leading any groups, if you know anybody who was on the right side of the aisle, even a little bit, you're going to want to stick around and hear what we got to say at the end of this show. So we'll be back. A lot of how you doing? A lot of Republicans took to social media to talk about uh, claims that JD Vance is weird. Several people in accounts, such as even Fox News contributor Sarah Carter, Donald Trump Jr., libs of TikTok, in wokeness, and JD Vance posted photos of Sam Brighton, the former Department of Energy official who's been accused of stealing women's luggage. Remember all that crap? President Joe Biden appearing to sniff a child's head, and the Democrats wearing odd outfits. The posts were accompanied by similar wording saying JD Vance is weird. But for me, it's the whole idea. It's all incredible idea that this is the reason why you won't vote for somebody because they're weird. And the idea is because they're not like us, you see, because they're weird. It is the ultimate bullying because that's what it's about. Because that's what the bullies did, right? The bullies, when you were in middle school or elementary school, would say, don't sit with him. He's weird. What? He's weird. And so that person was ostracized. And sometimes that person killed themselves. Why? Because they were weird. JD Vance isn't going to off himself because Kamala Harris says he's weird. JD Vance is who JD Vance is. So I wanted to bring some things together to sort of underscore what's weird or what's considered not weird by the left. Because that's really important. Because we have to be able to compare. We got to know what they're talking about. So this is the stuff coming up that they don't think is weird, that they think is somehow perfectly normal. Enjoy. Well, I guess it's all about perspective, isn't it? It's all about perspective. What's weird, what isn't weird, what's normal, what isn't normal. I have to believe that most adults, especially in America, have a really good sense of what's normal and what isn't normal. Now, we can be convinced over time that certain things are normal, but when we pull that out of being convinced and really explore what we're looking at and being honest, we know what's weird. And some of the stuff you just saw is weird.
Yo, 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 what's up? It's your boy Siaka here with Zay, little Xavier himself. So this message goes out to all conservatives, Republicans, especially those in office. I'm hearing Mike Johnson doing behind the door or behind closed doors. He's talking about stop using she's a DEI hire phrase. Hey, guys, can you stop? Like, no matter what you think, they're not going to care. They're still going to call you Nazis. They're still going to call you racist. They're still going to call you bigots and sexist and homo, blah, 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 blah. It doesn't matter what you do or don't do. And the truth is, she is a DEI hire. So why are you running from the truth just because they say it's racist now? Stop. Stop playing on their field. Play on ours, Like, keep going forward and keep going hard with this, because the result of this is real power getting into people's hands. Do you not want it in our hands because we got to be nice and not tell the people exactly what it is? Come on, y'all. We got to just call it for what we see it. Truth will set us free. Peace. Yeah.
You know, the clip I just played, a young man and a younger man, um, pretty much said what a lot of us have been saying for a long time. And when I say a lot of us, I mean people like me, my friend, rest in peace, Eddie Adams Jr., C.L. Bryant, um, a bunch of people, especially black folks, black men who are on the conservative side of the aisle. Republicans have to do this. And actually, I have an interview with Jesse Lee Peterson who said that white people have to get it together, and I mean Republicans have to get it together. You cannot play on their field. You cannot play on the left's field because they know where all the landmines are, and they'll just throw a landmine out there. They'll tell you to go a direction and then throw a landmine out in front of you. Why? Because they don't play fair. So, as much as you apologize and try to use the right verbiage and not use words that are offensive or are not inclusive, they don't give a damn. You are trying to appease your oppressor. It will not work. Tell the truth in a very clear, open manner. This is the message. Mike Johnson, you know better. Mitch McConnell, I don't think he knows better. JD Vance, you know better. Donald Trump, he knows better. Those working at the RNC, you got to know better. You will stay more on point and on message if you do not choose to use the verbiage of the left. It is the left that came up with the verbiage diversity, equity, and inclusion. So when you call someone a DEI hire and then they get pissed about it, screw them. These are your terms. So Kamala Harris isn't what we can now call a DEI hire. Well, Joe Biden, I'm old enough to remember that Joe Biden said he was going to pick a woman and then was basically forced into picking a woman of color for his running mate. And who was there? Convenient? Kamala Harris. If that isn't diversity, equity, and inclusion, what is diversity, equity, and inclusion? Because do you know who diversity, equity, and inclusion doesn't include? Black men. This is why they're struggling. And those leaders of the Republican Party, you got to hear us. This is why they're struggling. Because what they also know is that diversity, equity, and inclusion does not include Black men. And that's why Black men are pushing back against this whole Kamala Harris stuff. It includes Black women and liberal white women. Oh, and homosexuals, transsexuals over the homosexuals, and people are hip to the game. Now, if I can just get Mike Johnson to be hip to the game, if I could just get Mitch McConnell to be hip to the game, if I could just get, Republicans to be hip to the game, we may have a shot there. Spread the message, folks. We got to get out of here, make room for somebody else. So again, thank you for coming to the Morning Report. The Morning Report is a production of fightbackmedia.com, 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 and fightbackmediatv.com. Until we see you again, go out there and learn something, love somebody, and for goodness sakes, y'all take care of yourself. We'll see you when we see you. Bye-bye now.